You're tied into RTK. You're gonna have to deal with this because there's going to be a bit of action as Lei comes forward with the telekinesis. They have got the troll trap as well, and there with the blast, RTK getting incredibly low. He's going to try and walk this one off. He has got 1 point in the passive, but it's not going to be enough there to stop them from getting the kill. And that's going to be first blood there to your safe lane Pugna.
A really nice rotation. Like I said, the fact that Pugna gets it too means earlier Arcanes, depending if he wants to let Chuan buy him or not. Be nice to be able to open up with the mech though.
On top lane. Too late. Bit of response from their side of LGD. They say you kill our offlaner, we'll kill yours, and there we have it. They themselves get them on the board, and again going to the safe.
I still feel well. LGD are doing extremely well in terms of CS. Like Salar is 12 and 5 minutes. That's actually like insane.
Wow. He could be in trouble here. MMY. He's got himself the S4 special, and how? Well, it's going to be a little bit too much for him. LGD with another pickoff. MMY zipping into the lane there with a haste ring.
I wonder if he could have lived there. I think he morphed too much and then ran out of mana for waveform because he was still carrying a fairy fire as well. I think if he waveforms onto the tower, it might be a little bit too risky for the bounty hunter to dive, but it's a really nice.
I mean, from How and the Morphling and MMY, he's going to say, haha, you want the rune, son? Not going to get in. He is going to be the arcane rune here for MMY, so now he's going to give it a bit of a go onto How. Sylar coming in as well, and he gets the entangle. How will waveform up to the high ground, but MMY and Sylar are going to continue to chase. They sort of call in the bear, block him in the tree line. How, out of mana, out of luck, will get taken down. And a nice bit of play there again from LGD. They'll look for a response. Newbee, they send in Lei, they send in Moo. They're trying to get Sylar, but he's a little bit too fast. Can he get himself away? He's going to be fine. He's got the fairy fire. And now MMY trying to turn around onto Lei. Moo throwing out the nether blast to Sylar. He tried to come back in, but he's incredibly low. He's got to be careful. Moo turns around MMY, but they entangle the root from the bear. Sylar continues to fight. Moo now out of mana. He throws out his final nether blast, and MMY still with the arcane ring, trying to do as much as he can. Lei, he's dropped down the sentry, gets the telekinesis off. He's trying to get the kill on MMY. It's not enough. Waveform forward from How. He's looking for the bounty, but he can't quite get it. MMY out of the range of the sentry and will escape. A little bit of a mess there in the mid lane, but LGD, they don't lose Sylar. And they
on the side of Newbee, a lot of heavy lockdown, and you can easily use Dark Pact to get rid of Roar.
We've got a smoke here from Newbee, and this sentry's going to be nice. Catches out MMY straight away. They're moving on the bounty hunter, and they'll take him down immediately. Chuan will be credited with the kill. Just with these rotations and just dropping down the sentries, if you're getting the kills on MMY, it is, at this point, it's worth the 4 heroes.
Yeah, I think that it's the kill is nice, but it's just going to be icing on the Conjured bounty. They can't ever really split up. Very hard to farm efficiently. And right now, they're even getting ratted a little bit. Sylar deciding if he wants to go bottom or not. Looks like there will be a little bit of a reaction here from Newbee.
Out down here. Trying to do what he can to hold on to his tower, but with the Raptors, they are going for this one, LGD. How, though? He's morphing into strength, and here comes the backup. But LGD won't be able to find the kill. How fairly healthy, and well, RTK went for the straight up TP in front of the tap to strike, and How he'll stop it. RTK has now got to walk this one off. How and Moo will continue to chase, and now here comes the rest of Newbee and ROTK. The back of a bit of an ambitious ravage there onto the Morphling, pays with his life after what was a very ballsy TP attempt in front of the Morph.
That might just be Roshan too. That was actually so awkward. You can't solo.
And we'll walk this off. Guardian Greaves now popped by Moo. RTK is trying to move him for a big ravage. He's eyeing it up. He's looking for a perfect position. They're just going to chase down Lei though. Go for the simple kill. Take down the Rubik. Too Late's going to get himself out of there with the TP. Moo heading to the north, looking for the Duke and get it off it. Looks like they haven't got eyes on him. So Moo will escape. Chuan going to be as lucky. Blink forward from maybe. There's the track and the pounce forward maybe. He's going to start work here onto the Shen. And with that shuriken toss, should allow maybe to close the gap here. Trial will pop the hand of God and tries to turn, and he's enough there. Moo trying to use the drain to take down Slot, but it's still going to be 2 dead on the side of Newbee, and LGD won't have to pay with anyone's life this fight. Range of the structures. LGD they are going to look to formulate defense here. Ward here has been dropped from Moo, so it's going to be a little bit tricky for LGD to fight into. We'll see if they're able to do it nonetheless. They'll lose the tier 2 here. Now jumping forward with the blink, gets the pounce off onto Moo. RTK with the ravage will catch out 3 of them. The Rubik as well there on the tree line. Moo getting low, trying to get himself alive with the life drain. That's not going to be enough here. He will go down, the first death of this fight. He's walking it off here in the sidelines. He's going to look for the TP. Sylar, has he got the damage? Yes, he has. He'll take down the Rubik as well. Newbee, just get everyone else out of there. So they get tier 2. They lose 2 heroes. But nonetheless, as you say, this is exactly what Newbee need to do. They just need to throw their heroes at the objectives, keep these lanes pushed, and that's going to open up all 3 lanes of tier 3s.
Yeah, but they can't afford to do that too many more times. Like, even though they only lost 1-4, it's more the fact that track is available on LGD, and every single time that they lose a team fight, like, you can see the spike in gold. Can't, like, they need to keep pushing, but they can't keep losing that many heroes and not really getting any return for it. Like, killing the tier 2 is fine. But the next time they make a trade, they need to, like, that tier 3 bottom has 80 health. And they can walk over there, throw one blast, but still very good. Like, he's got Yasha Lincolns and 2600 gold in 25 minutes. I'm wondering if he wants to go for E-Blade.
BBC. See what happens there. He's going to go for the TP out, and he's not going to make it. The damage from Howl taken down. Kill Newbee, and now off the back of that, we'll see if they decide to try and push. Coming out of the pit, they know that they need to fight before they can commit to taking down the Roshan. Go back in, LGD, they're looking to try and catch someone out, but too late, going for the TP out. They can't quite get it in time to cancel it. RTK being held down by the troll trap. Tron in trouble. Lady blinks on top of them, gets the pounce off, starts to chip away at the Chen, and Chen's going to be the casualty here. Chen down. See if that's going to be enough space for LGD. He's just coming out on the lanes, on the objectives, Newbee. They're aware, they said, we need to get these racks at this point. Slark's going to be able to pick up the Aegis here for LGD. DR now back with defense. Tron, oh, he's going to get caught out. Left alone, maybe an MMY there. They'll find the kill onto Chen. LGD will be able to clear out this push that trying to get started from the side of Newbee on the top lane. So hold on to the racks up top. LGD will need to defend and...
I did. I mean, obviously, on this click, somebody messed up. A lot of people have the glyph bound to something and maybe he just hit it on accident, so...
I mean, that could be painful.
It could be.
It could be.
If Newbee can find the pick.
And they're going to look for side. DDC's there, throwing out the cars. How far the BKB moving in off the bear? There will be decrepit. Well, Moo tries to go for the second, but there's the BKB and now Moo. Oh, the first hit, Bash. Moo in a little bit of trouble. He's going to try and heal himself up with the life train. He's doing his best, but the three heroes closing in onto him, and it's a double kill for maybe cleaning him up, as well as the Beastmaster. They do get themselves the kills, and first bit of action there we've seen in a couple of hours.
That was a mistake into another mistake, which was thinking that you weren't going to get first hit bashed. Always bet against yourself on luck, man.
Now how? There's the gush to break the Lincolns. I believe it's still on cooldown. No, he's got it. He's going to drop it now. Ravage as well. They're going in on Howl. They're giving it them all, and it's going to get the kill. Now they look for Lay. He tried for the TP, but the cask was there. That's a double kill for maybe. Suddenly, LGD finding those big pickoffs. RTK pops the refresh. I mean, he says we're ready to go. He wants to get himself back in for the Ravage available. The buyback here from Howl on the Morphling. Sylar is beginning to push in that mid lane. They're going to have to come up with some kind of defense. MMY's there. Also got RTK just round the corner. As we saw, of course, with that second Ravage already ready and available. Sent by the bear. Heals up, so he's ready for this fight if it does kick off. How heavy do you want to commit? Has been used on how they can kill again. It's going to be absolutely huge. They'll just chip away at this tier 3. See now joining the fray, and Slark is right behind them. Out. Be incredibly careful. One more death on this Morphling and it could spell the end of the game for Newbee. Maybe he's losing straight in. Onto Moo with the Abyssal Blade. Moo with a poke. And there's your Ravage from RTK. This time it's a huge one. Catching Howl, catching Chuan. Too late backing himself off though. Gets the space for the tier 3. Too late. Comes in with the Raw Sylar. Sylar gets forced up back towards safety. He's going to be fine. The paralyzing cask holding back the advance from Newbee. Some fantastic bouncies there. And Newbee won't be able to catch anyone out. They lose the tier 3. Now LGD get away with that, and that of course is the buyback now expended from...
Always fall back to trying to go for Roshan, but I think with the Ether Lens and the Pugna, they should be able to siege this effectively, especially again not having to worry about that Ravage.
See what they can do here. It's going to be made. Jumping in onto Moo. Abyssal as well, Moo. This is going to be a dieback if he falls, and he will. That's going to be a Pugna down for 100 seconds. The cast bounces between two lane, between lane, the triple lane. That's going to be 2 down, and now Rubik, the one being chased away by the bear, but it's in fact the base that they've got their eyes on, because Howl, he's going for the objectives. He's cleared out the ranks on the top, and now he's looking for mid. He says he doesn't need a team to get the objectives, and he's doing it, Howl. He is keeping them in the game with this Morphling performance.
He's actually carrying so hard, it's unbelievable. Like, I thought at first his item choice was...
Huge shots.
Yeah, he can go moon charts, but I
he
also...
needs to have the buyback again.
Yeah, he needs buyback, and I also think he needs to get rid of Manta.
And he needs to be careful here now. Maybe jumping in onto How. How Wei forms himself away, and then Wei pops the Lincolns. Maybe he has still got that Abyssal Blade. He can get in range. And he's just going to turn towards the illusion, take that out. Chuan going for a ballsy TP, but oh, the Abyssal coming down onto the head of the chair. RTK will pick that one up. Chuan does have buyback.
Well, he can buy bots too, I think, and maybe go for a backdoor.
Well, he's got to be careful about his own backdoor here, because maybe jumping straight across to him, Moo will find the space to TP out. They will punish the Rubik. Kill. Again, straight away. 1 lane, 2 lane. Instantly, Newbee need to have a lane pushed against the side of LGD, so there's always that imminent threat of the rat potential.
If he can get the creeps close enough to base, they can actually bot to the Hawk. They can use the Hawk to go mid and potentially rax them if...
Oh, he wants to fight, but maybe he did start casting the Dark Pack, so Tule still went in them with the Raw after clearly seeing the Dark Pack coming out. Maybe a bit of a misplay, and now maybe still got to How, and How came in for this, and How's dead! Oh no! We want to finish this one and get ourselves to game 2. They're into the base. Newbee do have everyone up, but a couple of buybacks are on cooldown. Maybe jumping straight forward onto Moon. Moon gets himself forced off the base. RTK coming in with the first Ravage. Catches out How. How stuns more the strength. Gets himself back towards base for Waveform. There's your second Ravage. 5-man Ravage from RTK. Coming out with the Shiva's Guard as well. BKB on the Luxury Spare. Looking for Moon. They'll take Moon down. That's what he's putting it down for 80 seconds. And now, that was the stolen Ravage here. Catching out maybe starts to back himself off. How desperately trying to push LGD away from his base, but they're taking the 2 tier 4s. They'll get the kill onto DDC. LGD is just going for the fountain. They're going for the Ancient. They're going for the win. Can Newbee stop it? It doesn't look like they can, and LGD will finally take the game. And what a strange game there was. There was a lot of weird shit that went on there, Andy, and well, LGD take it in the end. But it did. 58 minutes in, 7:25. Let's get a game. Oh, what the heck happened?
Well, I think a couple of things happened. First, MMY dominated the laning phase. Right, like he killed How 2 times in lane pretty much, one with a haster and second time with body blocking from Sylar as well. He controlled the early game so well, kept Chuan down. I mean, he was level 13